Okay, so let's look at the other set of aspects which are still left out to be discussed. The first one is actual sales versus forecast. So it's a given that no one can forecast with 100% accuracy, right? So um, no one can really do that, but still that effort or that activity has to be undertaken, so that difference between the actual sales which has been taken, which has actually come up, and the forecast itself, that difference is narrowed down, right? So uh, we can say with 100% accuracy that a poor forecast will negatively impact your company. Of course, you will never completely eliminate the uncertainty in forecast, but you can reduce it to a manageable level. So, by collecting proven facts and testing any major assumptions in a forecast before you conduct the forecast, you can greatly reduce the guesswork and increase the accuracy of your forecast. Problems arise not only when forecasts are too high, but also when they are too low. If a forecast is too optimistic, cash is often tied up in slow moving inventory and profit margins are reduced due to wasted overhead. On the other hand, if a forecast is too pessimistic, the result is poor delivery performance, dissatisfied customers, and shortfalls in revenue because of limited product availability. So, so how good is your sales forecasting system? How will you know that, right? What are the questions you should ask to yourself? So are customer requirements analyzed in the development of your forecast, right? If that is done, then you can be assured to a certain extent that you are having a good sales forecasting system. Does your sales forecast include a buffer to allow for error? Is the best judgment of the group exercised in improving forecast data, methods, and techniques used? Are changes in the forecast promptly reflected in production and inventory planning? Are your sales forecasts tracked by comparing actual demand with the forecast? Are your sales forecasts reviewed regularly by sales distribution and manufacturing? So, these are some of the questions you should be asking to yourself to understand how good a system of sales forecast you have for your organization. So, who shall prepare sales forecast? That is also very critical, because the persons who are coming up with this preparation of forecast should have some level of understanding. So it shall ideally be a joint effort. The best people to perform such activities are those most closely involved with the company's sales activities. And it may include key staff members from production, inventory management, and marketing, that promotes a spirit of teamwork and improves your ability to make projections. So, sales forecasting is not a one person show sort of a thing. It has to be like comprehended together by all the major departments coming together, who is has influence on actual sales numbers, and then only you can really come up with a proper sales forecasting process. Let us understand few of the statistical tools. We won't uh, that's not the objective of this exercise that we are undertaking, to really discuss on the statistical tools, but just to for people who are interested around, to do further research and understand more around self forecasting with statistical tools. So they may look into the aspects of correlation analysis, market factor index method, chain ratio method, market build-up approach, time series projections, for taking up sales forecasting exercise, right? So what are the aspects to be looked into if one is intending to purchase the sales forecasting software? As we all know, there are a number of forecasting software which is there in the market. Again, I would like to stress on the fact that if there is garbage in, if there is garbage out. So a system can only get the process done faster, but how well you are able to gather the sources of information in a correct manner is something the entire exercise deals with, right? So capability to adjust for special factors, that is promotion and price changes, documents underlying forecasting assumptions, an effective management review and communication step, historical data tracking and plotting of current performance against past trends and future projections, and one which allows multiple parties, example the sales, marketing, manufacturing, and logistics department, to enhance, manipulate, and use the forecast, is really considered to be a good sales forecasting software. So I believe in these three videos we have touched upon a very important aspect as for me, because it's the first line item of a financial statement, right? When we see a financial statement analysis, when we do, there are three parts to it. One is your P&L, balance sheet, and cash flow, right? And the very first item that we get to see is the sales aspect, right? And how uh, can that sales really happen if proper sales forecasting system is not there in place? And we need to really understand how a sales forecasting exercise needs to be done in order to what are the aspects to be seen, how exactly one has to really look into to get this exercise done in a very proper manner. So I think I believe that whatever aspects we discussed around sales forecasting would be of help to you, and would obviously you can refer back to these videos, and I'm pretty sure it's going to come handy to you in whenever the process is really coming up, where you need to come up with a proper sales forecasting process, right? So thanks a lot, and we'll see you later.